It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Morgan, the backstars in trouble, let it go. Gordon's in the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to NOFSRL Night in America for round number 9 of the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. We are at the virtual Richmond Raceway in the Commonwealth State in Virginia for the Toyota Owners 400. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ari Sakala. We'll check in with Trey Wright in just a moment. We're glad you could all be with us tonight for this exciting short track race. But first, we cannot continue the broadcast without saying thank you to all the first responders out there that put in the work during this tough time in the pandemic. And we hope everyone out there, not just the first responders, but everyone around the world, is staying safe and healthy. As you can see, Trey and I are obviously practicing social distancing, staying at least 6 feet apart from each other. But Trey, let's get away from this. Let's talk some racing. We did a mock test of this last night at Richmond, and this is going to be something kind of similar to Bristol, where one of the important keys is going to be patience. At Bristol, you know, they race on the high line, but Richmond, this is where the low line pretty much has to matter. So how important is patience going to be in this race?
Well, Marty, as I say in real life, patience is going to be a virtue. This is a one groove track here at the 3/4 of a mile track, as they used to call it, Strawberry Hill back in the day. So patience is definitely going to be something that these drivers need to know. It's not a bump and bang track like Bristol, even though it does produce some exciting short track racing. And it is, like I said, it is a one groove track on the bottom. The bottom is the preferred line. If you're in the middle or high line, you're going to get sent to the boondocks in the back of the field. So these drivers are definitely going to need to be patient, and they're going to need to conserve their tires, as midway through the race, we're going to have pit stops, money stop, and that's definitely going to be a factor on who wins this race.
Let's talk about Johnny Garner, because 2 weeks ago at Bristol picked up his second win of the season, and this has been a storyline the entire year. The most experienced field in New Era Cup Series history, at least 30 drivers in their second season or more. Is it tougher to win this season pretty much now that Johnny Garner has won his second race and only the 8th race of the season?
The competition has definitely gotten thicker in the pie that is the New Era Cup Series, Marty. As you said, vast majority of this field is veterans, and there's only a handful of rookies in this field. So I think the old dogs are teaching the new dogs some old tricks, and I think we're definitely going to see a veteran racer here win at the Richmond Raceway tonight.
Let's take a look at the top 10 in points coming in. CJ Williams carries a commanding 73-point lead over Steve Morgan. Neil Clifford is third. He's 80 points back. Brian Webb, who used to be on the pole, 82 points back in fourth. Ryan New, the part-timer, he's made every start this season trying to become a huge spoiler, making the playoffs as a part-timer. 86 points back in fifth. Diego Rossello is sixth, 88 points back. Mitchell Collins is seventh, 92 points back. 8th spot is Carter Friesen. He's 94 points back. Johnny Gardner, 95 points back in 9th. And 10th, Matt Tuck, 96 points back. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Toyota Owners 400. In row 20 on the outside, the man that won this race last season, Casey Nanico. Carter Friesen next to him in the 37. Row 19, Matthew Logan in the 96, and Daniel Boyles in the 47. Row 18, Patrick Smith in the 14, Justin Zidell in the 1. Row 17, Nathan Stapleton in the 42, Brian Ferris in the 20. Row 16, Neil Clifford in the 53, Derek Hamill in the 32. Row 15, it's Benny Watson in the 38, and Edwin Mendez in the 11. The 14th row, Gatlin Downey in the 52, Ryan New in the 66. You've got Steve Morgan, Marty Johnson, Morgan the defending champion of the series, Jesse Turner and Eli Bright, John Andrews, Diego Rossello, Alex Lozano, Luke Rainey, Zach Winkle and Jonathan Logan, Christian Vargas, Mitchell Collins, and we've got Johnny Garner, the man with the most wins in the NOFSRL at 14, and Matt Tuck. And then you've got Tyler Markle and Ethan Hoffman. And now your top 10. Starting 10th, that's Stuart Graham, the Season 3 champion of the series. Starting 9th is Zach Ryan. Starting 8th, it's Colin Denton. Starting 7th, points leader CJ Williams. Starting 6th, teammates from Stuart Haas, Zachary Fitzwater and Cody Smart, who was also won at Richmond before. Starting 4th, Igor Barreto. Starting 3rd, Ryan Benjamin, both part-timers. And the front row, starting 2nd, Eric Monaco, and on the pole, Brian Webb. The 40 cars about to roll off. Let's give you the race analysis. 100 laps around Richmond, 75 miles. Stages will end at laps 20 and 59. Let's make sure that everyone is all set to go. Yes, they are good to go. 70 laps about approximately for the fuel window before pit stops happen. Another key to the race, restarts and starts will be crucial, especially when they get double file. Trey, real quick, 30 seconds to green. Who you got winning?
Well, Marty, I've got the number 6 of Brian Webb. He's starting on pole. I think he's definitely starting on that inside lane to start off this race, so he's going to be on the preferred line. Bunch of clean air in front of him. I think he takes that 6 Ford Mustang to victory lane.
Ryan Webb, Eric Monaco, the front row for round number 9. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime in Richmond. Webb a little bit tied up in 1 and 2. Monaco commits to the high side, opens the door for Ryan Benjamin, the part-timer looking for a second. He's got to run inside on Monaco. He takes second away. Cody Smart inside. Barreto tries to split the gap up the middle. 3 wide for the third position at the moment. Lap 1 in the Toyota Owners 400. Led by a Ford Mustang. That's Brian Webb in the 6th. Monaco has been able to keep the third, go back to the 3rd position. As Barreto and Smart are side by side for 4th down the back straightaway.
Barreto got a little bit loose off of 4. As they're 3 wide in the back, Colin Denton is on the outside lane. He's in the wall. Denton in that 34 just gave that wall a little kiss coming to the 3rd lap. But like I said earlier, if you get stuck on that outside lane, you're going to just keep going backwards and backwards, especially on the beginning of a run like this.
Interesting scenario for the 34 starting to fade back a lot early on. How about the start the top 3 have made? As Barreto and Smart battle for 4th position, look at the gap. It's the 3 cars, your top 3, single file, Webb, Benjamin, and then you got Monaco. Smart, Barreto remains side by side for 4th. Then you got Williams and Fitzwater side by side. That's for 6th. And now CJ Williams, he's got our visor cam for us today. This is going to be a spectacular view to see the point leader. Loves running inside the top 10. He's been Mr. Consistent all season long, just 8 races in.
And consistency is definitely the key to winning a championship, as he sees Fitzwater passing that 24 on the outside, and Barreto's going to clear this little mini hornet's nest and trying to catch up to the podium cars.
These drivers are really gassing it off of turn number 4. Could open the door here for Williams' teammate Tyler Markle inside. Hoffman way tight, commits all the way up high. Loses about 1 or 2 spots, lost a position to Stuart Grant, but is not giving it up there. The highlight has got some grip, though, definitely, here early on, Trey. You think they're just trying to test it down and could be a factor late in the race?
Will definitely be a factor late in the race as...
Oh, excuse me, Trey, we got a lead change. Battle for the lead.
Oh, we do?
Brian Webb, Ryan Benjamin. Benjamin, the part-timer. He's done very well the past few races. almost beat Jesse Turner at Texas. Benjamin tries to clear Webb, and he does. New leader, the 36. Now how does this help out Eric Monaco in the 3? Webb commits inside. I think Webb's got a really tight car early on. This may be something they have to work on when they get to that first pit stop.
Yeah, Monaco gave a little bit of a love tap to the 6 car going into 1 and 2, moving up the racetrack a little bit. And the more these guys battle, the more that 36 is going to pull away. And that 36, that is a part-time car, not running for points, just out here running for owners' points and just essentially for fun. So, Ryan Benjamin, congratulations on getting to the lead this early, but we still have 90 to go.
Yeah, definitely early on here. Let's look at the battle for 4th. Barretto and Fitzwater. Barretto, one of those part-time cars, has actually raced every race this season. Coming in, he's got the final playoff spot at the moment. Just 2 points above the cutoff over Daniel Voiles at the moment. He's got another good challenge happening here. Meanwhile, 3 wide on the back straightaway. Matt Tuck, Diego Rossello, and Mitchell Collins take you on board here with the 9, show you his perspective. Meanwhile, you've got Denton fading back again.
Denton is just stuck on that outside line. He's trying to get in. Nobody's moving over for him. It's like driving in New Jersey. Nobody's going to move over for you, especially if you've got like a New York or Pennsylvania license plate.
So you know New Jersey that well, my man, because you're from the area. Absolutely. Anyway, 10 laps are on the boards halfway through stage number 1. Monaco trying inside here on Webb for the runner-up spot. Having nothing to do for it right now. Jonathan Logan, Ethan Hoffman, Johnny Garner having a good battle royale at the moment. That's for 11th on the track. They want to get to Zach Ryan, though, especially once we complete lap 20, because the top 10 get bonus points in the stages.
Oh,
Logan
20.
a little bit tight.
The track, but you see everybody is spread out. Most of the field is running single file. As you can see, Johnny Gardner trying to push that 21 ahead of the 18. But everyone's single file for the most part in the field. That's because the tires are starting to wear out. Everybody's transitioning to the bottom. And they're just slowly creeping up to the top. As we go on the board, Johnny Gardner nearly getting into the quarter panel of that 21 car of Jonathan Logan.
Gardner, man, what a good start to the season it is. The greatest driver possibly in the NOFSRL. 14 wins. Has won 2 races already this season. One at Homestead, Miami, which was the one that got away that came back to him. And one at Bristol. Had to hold off the guy that's behind him for right now, Mitchell Collins. Let's focus a battle right here. Stuart Gratton and Cody Smart. That's for position number 7 on the track. The Stuart Haas teammates doing a good job right now. You got Fitzwater running 5th. Smart running 7th. Gratton running 8th. Patrick Smith in the 14 has not gone off to the best start. Currently running in 36, just 9 seconds back on race leader Ryan Benjamin. And speaking of Benjamin, he's put a gap over second, just over a half second. Let's focus though on that battle between the 41 and the 10.
As you mentioned, the 14 of Patrick Smith, he's all the way in the back of the field away from his teammates. So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, your qualifying effort does play into a factor, especially at a one-groove racetrack like Richmond. If you start in the back, you're probably going to be riding around in the back the entire day. So hopefully the 14 and the other guys in the back can try and take advantage of some of the chaos that's probably going to come, as we can see a battle for second place. That's exactly what Ryan Benjamin wants to see out of his rear view mirror, as the 6 car is going to try and make the outside work on Monaco. Not going to quite get there. Might get it on the outside. Going to walk up the racetrack just a little bit. But Monaco has a preferred line.
Monaco got Webb at the line there for second. Trying to clear the 6 here off of turn number 2. Can't do it just yet. Take you on board with the 6 car. Oh, Monaco's got him clear easily out of turn 4. Monaco into the second spot perfectly. Focus back here. Cody Smart fading back. He just lost a spot to CJ Williams. But we're on the final lap in stage number 1, and it's been Ryan Benjamin throughout most of the stage.
Coming
Looking to get 10 bonus points, though, as he works his way off of turn number 4. Stage 1 winner, Ryan Benjamin in the 36. Ooh, Marco loose off of turn 4. And for 10th, give it to Jonathan Logan over Zach Ryan as the field goes on by. 20 laps are on the board. Let's give you a full field rundown. Race leader Ryan Benjamin. Second, Eric Monaco. Third is Brian Webb. Fourth, Igor Barretto. Fifth, Zachary Fitzwater. Sixth, Tyler Markle. Seventh, Stuart Grant. Eighth, CJ Williams. Ninth, Jonathan Logan. 10th, Cody Smart. 11th, Zach Ryan. 12th, Johnny Gardner. 13th, Mitchell Collins. 14th, Diego Rossello. 15th, Ryan New. 16th, Ethan Hoffman. 17th, Matt Tuck. 18th, Colin Denton. 19th, Luke Rainey. 20th, Christian Vargas. Getting close there. Trying to look up the middle. 21st, Edwin Mendez. 22nd, give it to Marty Johnson over Jesse Turner. 24th, Alex Lozano. 25th, Eli Bright. 26th, Justin Zidell. 27th, Benny Watson. 28th, Matthew Logan. 29th, Gatlin Downey. 30th is Zach Winkle. 31st, Steve Morgan. 32nd is John Andrews. 33rd, Daniel Boyles. 34th, Carter Friedson. 35th, Patrick Smith. 36th, Neil Clifford. 37th is Casey Nanico. 38th, Derek Hamill. 39th, Nathan Stapleton. And Brian Ferris is at the tail of the field in 40th spot. Stage 2 will end on lap 59. Good battle here for the 5th position. Tyler Markle, Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzy just edges the 48.
Yeah, you can see this field is definitely spread out as Monaco has escaped the clutches of the 6, and he's trying to run down that 36 car. So it's kind of interesting. A 36, and then it's a 3 and the 6 behind him. So a little bit of cute little tidbit there in the podium positions, but they're definitely running their laps, essentially running qualifying laps on a little bit slicker tires as the tire wear is definitely starting to come into effect. As you can see them just slowly, gradually working their way up to the middle line.
They put a lot bigger gaps than we saw.
Oh, Stapleton going up.
Stapleton with an issue in the 42. That's a tough break right at the tail end of the pack. Let's see what the issue was for him. We'll get to DNF in a moment. Actually, I forgot. We don't do the live feed like we used to in the past. Focus hour. Alright, so as I was saying here, Trey, when we were doing a mock test yesterday of this race, so like practice pretty much, these cars weren't really having that huge of a gap. You know, they were pretty much bumper to bumper to bumper, but this is completely different. I think, you know, maybe it's because these drivers are just being too patient, maybe wanting to conserve their tires as well. I'm not sure.
I'm not entirely sure, Marty. It could be what happened at the start as the top 3 pulled away as there was an absolute hornet's nest behind them. As you can see the remnants of that hornet's nest, we have bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper for P4 through 8. As the top 3 have pulled away as they did in the early way. Oh, Zachary Fitzwater getting out of the groove a little bit to play the Eric Estep show theme right there. But I think it definitely has to do with the start of the race as those guys got out to an early lead and it's just become strung out over time.
Yeah, it's Fitzwater currently right in 5th. Barretto leading this blanket here in the 4th position. Let's find the first side-by-side battle, and that's Cody Smart and Johnny Garner. That's for 14th on the track. They've got Hoffman waiting in the wings in case anything happens. Smart a little bit tight. Meanwhile, 3-1 off of 2. Oh, Vargas and Mendez rubbing fenders going into turn 3. That's at the second half of the pack. Vargas was in 21st, but just fell back a lot. Probably will fall back to 25th or maybe 24th here.
Vargas and Mendez were door slamming each other right there. And that's really not what you want to do coming off of a corner like that as the wall comes up and bites you. So a very close call for both of those drivers as Vargas is going to try and go to the inside of the 11, loses it a little bit, and that's going to be good for the 88 of Alex Lozano.
That's just such a huge mess. Let's focus back up front here with Ryan Benjamin continuing to lead. He's just got over a second lead over Eric Monaco. These guys here, they just exited turn 2. Benjamin just entering turn number 1. Focus again on that side-by-side battle. Smart put a huge gap on Cody Smart. I think something happened with the 10. He may have got wicked tight. He's got to deal with Hoffman, and they're 3 wide behind him.
Yeah, something happened to Cody Smart. He probably got knocked out of the groove as well. But he's back on the inside lane, back on that preferred line, drafting off of Hoffman. As you can see, Marty Johnson got a little bit loose off of 4. But yeah, Johnny Gardner, he's trying to climb his way up to the front and get as much points as he can. He's definitely getting there.
Currently right in the 14th position, but 9 seconds back on race leader Ryan Benjamin. Let's look at the fastest laps of the race. Fastest car right now goes to Monaco with a 21.290. Benjamin second, 21.342. You know, it seems like with these high, because we run a higher downforce in the New Era Cup Series than in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, you have that higher downforce, clean air pretty much is your best friend.
Exactly. The higher the downforce, the more friendlier the clean air is to you. But I think Monaco definitely has a stronger car, as the Chevrolets have proved to be a little bit more stronger than the Fords this season. So he's definitely gaining on him. He's gained a couple car lengths on him right now, and like just in that camera shot alone, how much does he gain on him?
We're waiting for timing. I think the gap goes down 50 hundredths of a second. So 0.73 is the margin right now between first and second.
That 3 car is definitely gaining on him. He's gained like a bunch of car lengths in the past couple of laps. So I think the 3 car is definitely more stronger. I think he's I think that 36 might be a little bit tight. Maybe take out some wedge coming to the pit stops. But you can see Monaco, just as I said, that he gets real tight going into 1 and 2. So
I think the gap may have remained consistent that time between first and second. But Monaco, I think he may have the better long-run car at the moment. Webb's car is probably right for the short run. Look at how much he's fallen back, nearly 3 seconds. Monaco, though, he's cut the deficit now to a half second.
3 cars coming, but I think Webb, he's slacked off a little bit. I don't think his car is as powerful on the long run as you said, but I think he is conserving his tires, trying to play some strategy here at the Richmond Raceway.
Monaco just about maybe 3-4 car lengths behind the part-timer in Ryan Benjamin. Remember, Benjamin doesn't need he's not going for playoff spots. He's just going for owner points and going for wins. Remember, the Front Row Motorsports camp has 3 cars. They've got the 36, and they've got Denton in the 34 and Watson in the 38. Denton currently running 20th. Watson's in 26th, but Monaco is there.
He is sucked up to the back bumper of that 36. The draft is somewhat effective here at the Richmond Raceway. And he goes wide just a little bit, had to get out of the gas. That's going to give Benjamin...
He's got a better car. Oh, that's why. The yellow's out. First yellow's out. And that is Matthew Logan in the 96, along with Edwin Mendez in the 11. Matthew's got some left side damage. Tough break there for last season's Rookie of the Year. A lot of rear end damage as well. But this brings the first caution out on lap number 42. And we're just past halfway through the fuel stint. So most likely these guys will come in. So Trey, if you're in all these drivers here, do you go 4 fresh Goodyears?
I would absolutely go 4 fresh Goodyear tires on this stop, Marty. Because if you go 2 tires, your left side tires are going to be like just sliding all over the place. While your right side tire is going to have more grip, so it's going to be more likely that you spin around, especially on the rough transition between the banking and the apron. So I expect most everybody to do a 4 tire stop and get that fresh grip from everything. As we follow along Ryan Benjamin, Eric Monaco, and their pit stops. Let's see if anybody does take strategy.
If I want to say as well, Richmond, one of the wider pit roads here in the New Era Cup Series. You see Benjamin's going to get out first. Tyler Marco. No, Rob just dodges Marco. Marco, no, it's from yellow. It goes down to the yellow line. So Marco's second, Webb third, Barretto fourth, Fitzwater fifth, Jonathan Logan sixth, CJ Williams seventh, Stuart Grattan eighth, Dear Russell ninth, and Ryan New 10th. What in the world happened to Monaco?
Monaco
all the way back to 11th. I think something happened with one of the guns. I don't know what it was, but a tough break for him. And this Ryan Benjamin remains in the lead. Let's see what happened to Matthew Logan in the first caution of the race. Okay, so watch this battle here. You got Matt Tuck, Edwin Mendez, Matthew Logan, all 3 Toyotas. And I think Matthew Logan may have just given Mendez a bump, but I want to see from a different angle from the inside line there. And around they go. Mendez, I don't know if he's got that much damage in the 11, but Logan took the worst hit of them all. A lot of left side damage, a lot of rear end damage. Tough break for him. Let's take a look and see what happened in real time.
following along. I think the 11 just got a little bit loose going into one, and of course the 96 of Matthew Logan, he's going to take the worst hit of that, and that's going to ruin his aerodynamics, which even at a short track like Richmond is definitely vital. So he's going to be in the back all day if he doesn't go behind the wall. But get this mess cleaned up, and we saw some pit stops. Got the 36 of Ryan Benjamin. He got out first. The 6 car got out the second, and then Eric Monaco. Like you said, I don't know if it was a gun or something like that. I don't know if one of his pit crew members tripped or something like that, but he's going to be all the way in the back in 11th.
Why don't we take a look at this, actually? Usually we'd go right to the onboard, and we're going to watch Matt Tuck's onboard. But I do want to keep it set here to Monaco's pit. Now, Brian Webb has got an onboard. Remember, these two are on the front row, so we can watch from the rear-end camera of Brian Webb and show you what was going on with Monaco. Beat him to the right sides first.
Right sides. Drop
right
snap.
sides is fine. But if you look at the left sides, I think everything was fine. Do you think, they were just making a lot of adjustments, maybe adding more fuel than usual?
That is quite possible. Maybe making sure that car is packed full of fuel, because we aren't even halfway through the race yet. So it's possible that these guys could possibly run out of fuel at the end and have to make another stop. So could be playing some strategy right there, playing it safe, giving up some track position in exchange for packing the car more of Sunoco fuel, but I'm not entirely sure if that was the case there.
Let's look at the onboard with the 95 on the accident. So the onboard with Matt Tuck, watch the 11. Matthew Logan was getting a lot. I don't know. I think Mendez may have had a problem or something.
I think the 96 may have popped him in the back, as the 11 car from the Goodyear blimp cam, it looked like he just lost the rear end of it and slid up the track.
Yeah,
so
let's look at the helicopter shot, actually. That's a good idea. So the Goodyear blimp never lies. Yeah, Logan just gave him a bump into one.
Yeah, so Matthew Logan.
And look at on top of the roof. Logan's got some roof damage, and that's interesting. I've never really seen a car have little roof damage like that just from a bump. That's kind of weird. Mendez kind of has the same thing going on his end. But anyway, regardless of that, the first yellow is out. We get ready for the restart at Richmond. Ryan Benjamin, the race leader. We get ready for the restart at Richmond after the first caution involving Matthew Logan and Edwin Mendez. Ryan Benjamin is the race leader. All the cars except for Nathan Stapleton are out of the race, but every car on track is on the lead lap. We'll just figure out Stapleton's issue in just a moment, probably after the race. Marco second, Webb third, Barretto fourth, Fitzwater fifth. A great pit stop for Tyler Marco. Went all the way from fifth to second, gaining 3 spots as we go back to green, but Webb is charging, trying to look on his inside, going into turn 1. They're all playing it safe for right now. Let's see what happens out of turn number 2. Thank goodness this is an all single file restart. These double file restarts with lap traffic would be crazy. Here's a run for Grant to the inside on Jonathan Logan for 6th position on track. Rossello looking on teammate William. Barretto thinking about looking on Webb for 3rd. Nothing working just yet, but this is the best battle on track though.
Yeah, Brian Webb, he's got probably arguably the best short run car in here. As you can see, Eric Monaco, he's stuck on that outside lane. I fear that he's going to lose a couple positions before he gains them back. Yeah, he's stuck all the way in the middle groove. In that 3 car, he's going to be dropping back. You see the 18 of Ethan Hoffman trying to pass him. He's not going to quite get there, but Monaco's not going to have him cleared yet.
Well,
and he's
13th on the last run. That's actually the best battle going on track for right now. Because if you saw from the speed shot off of turn 2, everyone else, single file, nose to tail right now. Hoffman a little loose off of turn number 4. Keeps the car going, but let's focus back up to the front. Benjamin's put a nice gap on Tyler Marco, though, as we approach the halfway point. Let's look at the battle between the 100 teammates, Diego Rossello and CJ Williams for the 8th spot on track. Rossello nearly got to the back bumper of CJ. That got close for a moment.
I believe if this thing goes green, I think Ryan Benjamin, as we see the 9 car looking to the inside on his teammate, going to move him up the racetrack just a little bit. But I think if Ryan Benjamin, if this thing goes green, he's arguably got the second best long run car in the field, the first being Eric Monaco, but he's all the way back. He's still losing positions And with the adjustments on those cars, I think the adjustments they made on that car, I kind of think they hindered his performance. So I think Ryan Benjamin himself might be the best long run car. So if this thing stays green for the rest of the race, I think Ryan Benjamin is going to end up in victory lane. He's already putting a whooping on the field. Look at that.
The gap. Wait till you see this gap. What does it go all the way up to? Nearly 9/10 of a second. And this is interesting. Ryan Benjamin just pulling away from the leader, from the runner-up cars. Here's Grant now looking on teammate Fitzwater. The two Aussies battling it out for 5th on the track.
Got a little bit of an Australian civil war here. But the more these guys battle, the more they're going to lose this top spot. Fitzwater, he's not going to clear Gretton yet. Gretton is still fighting on that inside. Not 21 of Jonathan Logan. He's hoping. Oh, Jonathan Logan. No, he gets shuffled out to the outside lane. So he's not going to be hoping those two Aussies get into each other. He's going to hope that he gets into the inside lane. So
Diego Rossello looking to get by Jonathan Logan. Rossello's got 7th right now. And CJ Williams says, hey, teammate, I'm going to go with you. Hendrick's been doing a good job right now at the moment. You got Marco currently running in 7th. Rossello in 7th, and CJ Williams is currently 9th. Where's the 88 Alex Lozano? Currently running back in 22nd, just about 6 seconds back, if we can focus on him, on race leader Ryan Benjamin.
Yeah, and right in front of him is Johnny Gardner. He's still stuck on that outside lane as CJ Williams nearly gets him in the 21. But Johnny Gardner... Yeah, but Johnny Gardner, he's stuck all the way in the back, so he's going to need to claw his way up if he wants to get any more points in Stage 2, which ends in 3 laps, 2.5 laps, actually.
But Webb got a little bit tight up in turns 3 and 4. Open the door for a moment for Eagle Barretto. Here comes Rossello on Fitzwater for 6th position, and there's 2 laps to go in Stage number 2, and Ryan Benjamin is looking to sweep.
Are closed. Can the 36 win another stage in this race? That would be an awesome thing for that part-time team. Meanwhile, Webb is stuck on the outside. He's going to lose a position to Barretto, and Gratton's going to be like, thank you very much. I'll take a position from you as well, Mr. Six Car. And
so
the
you were
36
just mentioning, sorry Trey, but we're on the final lap of Stage 2. You mentioned, though, that Benjamin looking to win Stages 1 and 2. 2 weeks ago, Mitchell Collins won Stage 1 and 2, but finished 2nd. Off of turn number 4, Ryan Benjamin sweeps the stages. Marco's 2nd. Webb edges Gretton at the line for 4th, and the final bonus point belongs to Luke Rainey as the field goes by. Reset the field for you here at the moment. 59 laps in the books, about to be lap 60, and Ryan Benjamin has dominated this race. Tyler Markle is in 2nd. Eagle Barretto 3rd. Stuart Gratton 4th, Brian Webb 5th, Diego Rossello 6th, Zachary Fitzwater 7th, Jonathan Logan 8th, CJ Williams 9th, Luke Rainey is 10th, Ryan New 11th, Marty Johnson 12th, Mitchell Collins 13th, Zach Ryan 14th, Eric Monaco 15th, Ethan Hoffman 16th, Jesse Turner 17th, Cody Smart 18th, Justin Zidell is 19th, Christian Vargas is 20th, Johnny Garner 21st, Gatlin Downey 22nd, Alex Lozano, 23rd. Eli Bright, 24th. Colin Denton, 25th. Matt Tuck, 26th. Steve Morgan, 27th. John Andrews, 28th. Daniel Boyles, 29th. Benny Watson, 30th. Neil Clifford, 31st. Patrick Smith, 32nd. Zach Winkle, 33rd. Carter Friesen, 34th. Derek Hamill, 35th. Brian Webb, 36th. Matthew Logan, 37th. Casey Nanico, 38th. Edwin Mendez, 39th. And out of the race is Nathan Stapleton. Remember, he had engine issues early on. Ryan Benjamin has put about a 1.5 second lead, though, over Tyler Markle. Go ahead, Trey.
I think that was Brian Ferris in the 20 car, Marty. Sorry to burst your balloon right there.
My mistake, though.
Driving 2 cars out there, but the 36 continues to absolutely spank the field on lap times. Let's see what the interval is here. Was a 158, 170 this time, put 12 hundredths of a second on that 48. So he is just scooting away. And another thing, as we come down to excuse me, I can't talk right now, as we see Fitzwater lose it off of 3 just a little bit. Another thing that the 36 is he's rocketing away from these guys. Lap traffic that could possibly come into play. We saw the damaged 11 car, and I'm not sure if the damaged 96 is still out on track.
Oh, there's smoke,
Oh,
the yellow's out, yellow's out. We just saw smoke on the back straightaway, and it's for damaged Benny Watson. Stay high, Benny, stay high. Don't affect these lap cars. A lot of damage to the 38 machine. Was anyone else involved is the question. I think it's a solo car accident on the back straightaway. The second yellow is out, and it's for that man, Benny Watson. Tough break for him.
A tough break for the 38. The 36 is teammate right there for FRM, but what that's going to do, that's going to eliminate the threat of lap traffic for the 36. As there's a little bit of stack up upper four, and these guys are coming back down the pit stops.
Road. So this is interesting. So they're going to go for to top on off, and you know we're on lap 67 now. Make it lap number 68. Everyone should be good to go the rest of the way. So what do you do here?
I think we just take 4 tires at this point. I think the 36 definitely has the best medium run car, as we see him going in for pit stops. If I'm Brian Webb, I'm going to take 2 tires here, try and gamble a little bit, because I know I don't have the best long run car, but I have a pretty decent medium run car. And if I'm Eric Monaco, just slap 2 tires on that thing and just go away. I've got the best.
Contact! Colin Denton, Tyler Markle, and Markle wins the race off pit road!
What?
Benjamin second, Rossello third, Borello fourth, and that's Grattan coming out in 5th. What a stop for Tyler Markle, but
and
one man stayed out. And that is Ryan New, Season 4 Daytona 500 champion. Oh, this is going to be interesting. All right.
Well,
let's see what happened to Benjamin's teammate, Benny Watson. So down the back straightaway, in the back of the pack, Patrick Smith does he come down? He thought it was clear on Benny Watson. And oh, Daniel Voiles missed it. But that's a hard shot for Benny Watson. Head on into the outside wall. Trey, do you think, because that doesn't seem, you would think that a guy like Patrick Smith would stay high and his spotter would say that. Do you think there may have been some rough racing going on earlier on?
I think that was just a racing deal between those 2 guys, but tough break for Benny Watson. Hard hit into the outside wall. Thank God for safer barriers there. But as you can see, the 36 nearly. You can see the 36 nearly hitting the 38.
This got close here when the leaders were catching up to Benny Watson. But anyway, let's see what happened in real time.
As we follow along with the 38, I think Patrick Smith just misjudges where he was on the 38. And hard impact for that Shriners Hospital Ford Mustang. And he's leaking out oil all over the place, so it wasn't a wonder that a couple of these guys got loose. As Ryan Benjamin's like, crud. My teammate wrecked, and I'm in the lead as Tyler Markle getting a little loose, and close call for the 9 and the 3 car. And then on the pit road, that was even more chaos with Colin Dent and Tyler Markle.
Yeah, we're going to replay there on that and see what happened between those 2 in a moment. But if we have any onboards, we'll show you. So we do have an onboard from behind. That's Neil Clifford in the 53. Watch Patrick Smith just completely turned down and hooked him in the right rear quarter panel. Interesting scenario there, but let's see what happened on pit stops. So we'll just watch this in real time, and if you watch the 48 of Tyler Markle, there's Denton, just entered the picture, the orange car in the background now, about to approach the foreground here. The A&W Ford Mustang comes out, Denton. Oh, I think Denton may have missed his pit.
Oh, wow.
But the question is, how much damage does Tyler Markle have? Doesn't look like he has any damage, and it doesn't affect him. He wins the race off pit road, but he's going to line up second as we get ready for the restart. As we get ready for the restart, Ryan New stayed out. He assumes the race lead. Tyler Markle, he's got a win earlier this year at Las Vegas in 2nd. Ryan Benjamin 3rd. Diego Rossello 4th. Eagle Barretto 5th. 3 part-timers in the top 5. Colin Denton lines up on the inside line. He's a lap down. Benny Watson done for the day after the solo car spin. Patrick Smith, by the way, has been called to the hauler post-race for a further discussion. Back up through the gears they go. Ryan New gets a good jump. Equal restarts, but it's going to come down to the low line here. New gets tight, and here comes Benjamin looking for the lead off of 2. So Benjamin was glad that Denton was on the inside for the restart. New tries to shut the door. That's contact. That got close though. But Ryan Benjamin on 4 fresh tires maintains the lead. But here comes the rookie, Diego Rossello, to the inside challenging. He's got Hendrick teammate behind him. Tyler Marco, Rossello tied off of 2.
Where did the 9 car come from? But holy crudness. Oh my. I don't know what that was, ladies and gentlemen, but the 9 car, he is Rossello, the rookie. He's teaching some of these old dogs some new tricks.
2 rookies battling for the lead. Keep in mind that.
Yeah, Ryan
Rossello,
Benjamin.
his first ever full-time season in New Era Cup competition. He's got this is going to be a team battle right here. Front row teammates, even though Denton's not part of it. Marco gets tight. Rossello's still down low. Here come the Stuart Haas teammates. Grattan and Fitzwater trying to play in the battle.
And meanwhile, you got the little Spire Motorsports car of Igor Barreto.
Oh, Diego gets loose in 2. That could help out Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin, he is fighting for his life on that outside. Oh, my
Rossello
goodness.
clears. Maybe. Oh, he just does. The 9 goes to the point.
Oh, I was focusing on Stuart Grattan just Tokyo drifting through turn 3, but new race leader for Hendrick Motorsports. And that 36, he is way tight. He's stuck on that outside line. He's going to keep losing positions. Heartbreak for Ryan Benjamin. He had the best car all day, arguably. And now there's probably not going to have anything to show for it. Meanwhile, SHR teammates, Australian nationality teammates of Fitzy and Grattan, they're up on this shindig. And Igor Barreto, he's waiting in the wings in P6.
Good battle happening. That's for 4th position on track. We thought Benjamin was going to fade back a lot, but was able to keep his way back into 3rd position. Barreto trying to spoil a party here between the 4 and the 41. It's getting pretty risky and pretty tight off from turn number 2 between those Australian teammates. They have been having, as you said, Trey, a civil war of their own all day today. Great battling between those 2 drivers. And now, let's focus on the situation here. Denton, at the moment, is the last car on the lead lap. He would love for a caution to come out right now.
Wide. Fitzwater goes wide, and yes, Dent would love for a caution to come out. I don't think he has too much damage. He's just as fast as these guys, if not faster. Just had to repair a little bit of a right side damage after that, incident with a 48 on pit road. So I don't think that any of these guys are gonna want the 34 to be used as a pick, except for the 36, because I don't think that 34 is gonna be slow enough. But here comes Benjamin. He's trying to get past a 48. Gets a little tight off of turns 3 and 4. Gonna go a little wide. So does Grattan under Barreto. And our points leader, CJ Williams, he's got his fingers in this pie right here. He's waiting for these guys.
He's having a good day right now. Currently running in the 7th position at the moment. Would love to get into the top 3. Now my question is, with Hendrick, they've been dominant all season long. I mean, even though the only winner has been Tyler Marco, they lead the owner points right now. Lozano currently running 19th at the moment. And Benjamin has a challenge. That's Fitzy in the 4, battling for 3rd at the moment. Benjamin way tight in 1 and 2. Don't look now. Here comes Fitzy.
Dun. Dun. Oh, nearly gets to the quarter panel. Gets him a little arrow loose going into
the wall.
Nearly in the wall.
That clock close
That's
there,
good.
but with the loss of momentum here, this is going to help the top 3, with the Hendrick teammates, I should say, in general, pull away. And now, here comes Stewart trying to work his teammate so they can go to 3 and 4. Benjamin, though, it's Grattan, actually, I should say, way tight in 3 and 4, loses some ground. The Mustangs still battle. That's Fitzwater and Benjamin in the 4 and 36.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Chevrolets, they have been stronger than the Fords, relatively stronger than the Fords this season. And I think it's going to come to a battle between the HMS cars, between the 9 and the 48. They are pulled away from this little mini pack. And I think the 9 of Diego, last name, Rossello. Yeah, Diego Rossello and Tyler Marco, I think they're going to be the main contenders for this win. As the 9, he's going to try and use the 34 as a little bit of a pick right here.
Not what Denton wants. He wanted to get back on that lead lap. Colin Denton currently running in the 38th position. He knows he's got a better car than these back markers here. Ryan New, and I think Ryan New may have pitted. He's now the last car on the lead lap. That's what happens when you don't pit.
Whoa,
Marco loose off of turn
real
4.
loose
That
off.
got close.
That is like the third or fourth time he has skirted through 3 and 4. He just made contact with a 34. I think they loosened up his car just a little bit too much. He is freewheeling it here at the Richmond Raceway. And if he loses handle of that car, walks out the outside, that's going to be game over for that 48. And Diego Rossello, he's going to get his first win.
Marco looking to get his second win of the season and join Johnny Garner in the 2-win club. Tyler Marco, by the way, a fun fact, never led any laps last season, only driver to do that. And if we look at Diego Rossello, looking to be the first rookie to win this season. And Ode the Veterans, looking for his first ever NOF SRL victory. He's got 12 laps to go, but at Richmond, at a short track, anything can happen. He likes having Colin Denton in his rearview mirror because he's not battling with him for position at the moment. Marco, though, has to deal with Fitzwater for the runner-up spot at the moment. 11 laps to go. Remaining single file. First side-by-side battle at the moment. You got to go back to Matt Tuck and Zach Winkle, second half of the pack for 23rd, and Winkle makes it stick. Lozano now top side. He's got to deal with Gatlin Downey. That battle is for 20th, or rather on the track. And now you've got Jesse Turner, Mitchell Collins battling for the 11th position. Turner, the Texas winner, inside on the man that finished second 2 weeks ago. Cody Smart, who won at Richmond last year, waiting in the wings, trying to pounce if something necessary happens. Oh, look at this! Marco Fitzwater battling for the runner-up spot, not what the 48 wants.
That is not what Tyler Marco wanted. Fitzwater's like, if I can't win, I'm at least going to take second away. I'm not going to let HMS get 1-2 finish. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to give second place to Stuart Haas Racing. And Ryan Benjamin, tough break. He had the most dominant car all day. And he's just hoping that these two wreck and possibly give him a second place finish. And we've only got a handful of laps to go. And I think when there's 6 to go, so in the next 2 laps, if there's a caution after the next 2 or 3 laps, it's going to be race over.
Exactly. If a caution comes out now or next lap, that will bring us to a single file restart. And it would be perfect for Diego Rossello because of Colin Denton separating first and second. Marco, though, now has to try to hold off 2 Mustangs in Fitzwater and Benjamin.
You know you're in trouble when you've got the God of NR 2003 in your rear view mirror. You are going to have a handful holding off that Aussie. And this is exactly what the 9 car wants to see out of his rear view mirror. His teammate is battling for him. Zachary Fitzwater is trying to get around said teammate. Colin Denton is riding around praying that the caution can come out because I'm not entirely sure if the Lucky Dog system was in 2003.
The race would end if a yellow comes out.
Oh yeah, that
right
thing.
Now, regardless. 5 laps to go, and Rossello gets his first win and only his 9th New Era Cup Series start. Is there lap traffic ahead? Maybe. Ryan New, but I don't think he will be a factor. Let's go to the first side-by-side battle. Luke Rainey, Jesse Turner for the top 10 spot in the race.
We haven't talked about any of these guys during the race as we follow on board with that A10 Warhog car behind the 15 of that's what his name is.
Luke Rainey. Let's focus our eyes though back
only
to the front. Fitzwater inside on Marco. Marco got tight in 3 and 4, and that's going to affect an HMS 1-2 finish. But now can Fitzwater chow down on Marco? There's 3 laps to go. I don't think he's going to have enough time to do it. He would have to have Denton fourth. He would have to force Denton to go by manufacturer's orders, but I don't think that's going to be a case because Fitzwater has to deal with Marco, the 48, not giving up yet. Popsicle sticks in the air. You can see some drivers pitting. Oh my goodness! Some drivers pitting.
This could actually come as we're coming to a lap and a half to go.
Could some drivers not have enough? That's the main question.
Oh, this
Rossello
no, he's
keeps
not.
it going. New comes down pit road. We're on the final lap at Richmond.
I don't think
Diego
these guys
Rossello
prepared. I think that
looking to be the first rookie to win this season. Out of turn number 2. He's got less than half a mile to go, and he's the first rookie to win this season. The Cali Blue Book Chevy Camaro. Career win number 1 for Diego Rossello.
Congratulations to that 9 team of Diego Rossello. First career NOFSR win. First career New Era Cup Series win. Let the party celebrate. Let the celebration begin in Rossello Nation, ladies and gentlemen.
We had a lot of drivers come in the final laps of the race. I don't know what that was all about. Some drivers may not have measured the fuel right, but that got interesting. Grant didn't even make it the entire way. Brian Webb, Cody Smart, among the notables. Man, that's pretty weird. But in the end, your race winner is the 9 car, Diego Rossello. Big win
What an amazing
for
race
him
we had today, Monty.
Absolutely. Let's give you your top 10 results. Rossello with the win. Fitzwater 2nd. Marco 3rd. Benjamin 4th. Barretto 5th. CJ Williams 6th. Jonathan Logan 7th. Rainey 8th. Turner 9th. Collins finishes the top 10. So Stapleton had a valve issue, and then Benny Watson with an accident. So here are how the points standings look after 9 races. CJ Williams, the gap up 5 to 78 points. This time now over teammate Diego Rossello. Rossello right now a good chance of making the playoffs with 8 different winners. A good day as well for those race winners that were in the danger zone of not being inside the top 30. Brian Ferris, Jesse Turner, Ethan Hoffman all gaining spots. But if you look at the gap from 23rd to 31, that's 169 to where Ryan Benjamin is 148. So they're up 21 points now over the top inside the top 30 in points. So now with 8 different winners, how does this stand for the ones that don't have a win yet? Brian Webb currently has the 9th spot locked up. 10th is Igor Barretto. 11th, Mitchell Collins. 12th, Zachary Fitzwater. 13th, Steve Morgan. 14th, Luke Rainey. 15th, Neil Clifford. And 16th, Daniel Voiles now into the playoffs at the moment. Carter Friesen now out. He is in 17th. Ryan New drops 9. He's now 18th in the points. Eric Monaco, 19th. And Matt Tuck is 20th. And as we look at the rest of the stuff here, Hendrick Motorsports easily leading their team points. Igor Barretto leads in the rookie class, up 1 spot. So the next race for the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series will be a special one. We're actually recording this tomorrow. It's at the Talladega Super Speedway for the Geico 500. But it's even more special. Trey will join me tomorrow, as well as 2 other familiar faces, because we are doing a radio broadcast similar to what NBC does. So here is how this will work. I will be in the booth calling the action from the front stretch. Napa Fan will be in turns 1 and 2. While he does drive because of the pandemic, we're allowing drivers to commentate as well. Derek Hamill, he will be working the back straightaway. And then Trey Wright will actually be in the turns working 3 and 4. And Trey, next race will be exciting at Talladega. Anything can happen. As I think we've lost Trey, we have some technical difficulties on his end. But it should be exciting. And it should be a good one. That's going to wrap it up for us. Talladega start time is to be determined depending on what the deal is with esports and iRacing. On behalf of Trey Wright, I am Marty Sakala. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. You've been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. We congratulate Diego Rossello on his first win in the New Era Cup Series. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So long from the Commonwealth State.